Hey everyone, this is The Villain's Demand. We're your hosts. I'm JVD, Justin Von Doom.
I'm Evan the Great.
And this is episode, what is this, 16 I think? Yeah, 15, my bad. Of Angles and Promos, where we're going to cover Smackdown Live, number 928. As we said on our Raw episode, we didn't get to cover anything from last week. No power, no internet, couldn't cover stuff online. Couldn't make it around to catching each other. We had a lot of stuff going on. So, we didn't get to cover Backlash. So, let's take the time to cover Backlash, go over our predictions. Which you had 5 matches right. I had 3 matches right. Which you had Luke Harper winning. We both had Ty Dillinger. We both had Nakamura. You did have Jinder Mahal winning. And you did have Kevin Owens winning. So, overall, what was your thoughts on Backlash 2017?
Trying to think back on the pay-per-view, it's been a little bit. It was a decent pay-per-view. I think a lot of people were shocked at the ending, and I was not. I knew they was going to let Jinder Mahal win that belt. The Nakamura match was amazing.
Yeah, really good.
But it wasn't his best work, but it was amazing.
Okay.
I feel that being in there with the WWE guys never wrestled him before, he did a good job, but it hurt him at the same time.
Okay. I'm glad you brought that up, because I was going to bring that up. Do you think that that was actually part of the match? That he's wrestled all these Japanese guys, which are American guys over New Japan, and he's been in ROH, but they come to NXT, which is basically like your minor leagues for the WWE. Then he gets in there with a top-notch WWE guy, which is Dolph Ziggler, who actually was a collegiate wrestler and has, what is it, like the best record at Penn State or whatever. And he used a lot of his mat game on him. So it seems like to me that they made that part of the match like, wow, Nakamura's never been up against a guy like this.
Yeah.
And to me, I thought that was really good. So, I thought Dolph Ziggler sold everything really well in the match.
He did.
It was really good. Kevin Owens and AJ Styles tore it down.
No, that was an amazing match.
I love
that was actually the best match on the card.
Yeah, and I love how Kevin Owens won.
Yeah.
His foot got caught, and yeah, I thought it was really, really good.
It was a good way for him to win without having an accident.
Without making AJ look bad.
Yep.
So, really interested on how that, how that was going to go.
I do got something to say about this. The whole card, like I said, most of it was pretty good. There's one match in particular that I know we disagree on, and now I am joining JVD, and that is the Fashion Police. Their match with the Usos.
Wasn't that great?
I like all the gimmicks they did, but I did not want them to carry that shit over into...
And they did.
And they did. So now only thing they have working for them is the Fashion Files. That's still great.
Well, yeah, because once we dig into SmackDown Live, that still is carrying over.
But anyway, we'll get on
that.
Right?
But overall, man, I thought Backlash was pretty solid.
Yep.
Which SmackDown, and they're pretty top notch. But
Raw is catching them right now.
I think Raw is.
Raw has a really good pay-per-view. They might catch them.
But here's the thing, your SmackDown is always going to continue to be good.
Yeah,
I think it is, but. Raw continue to be good after Extreme Rules is coming Sunday, and once they kind of line everything out come SummerSlam, because obviously that's where the winner's going to get their title shot against Brock, and then Brock's going to come back in Raw. More likely you're probably going to see Raw take a dive. It seems like it always does.
Yep.
So let's break into SmackDown Live episode 928 from May 30th, 2017. We get an opening, and it's the highlight reel with Kevin Owens, and he's going to bring out Nakamura. And then Baron Corbin comes out. And then we get Ziggler there. Did you not realize that Corbin comes out and says highlight show and not highlight reel? And then talks about his reels.
I didn't know.
Did you not catch that?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was something I thought was really, really bad for a guy that wanted to push. So this is Nakamura's second match on SmackDown. Yeah. Another tag team match. Do you think this is their way of letting Nakamura get wins on SmackDown while keeping everybody else around him looking strong without putting him over anybody else.
Yep.
Okay, so the match was good. Not the greatest.
That match was Nakamura and how was the tag match? It was Nakamura and
was that Styles? No, that was the opening.
I think the week before.
Sami Zayn. My bad. Excuse me, Sami Zayn. Yeah, because the main event was Ziggler and AJ Styles. Can't wait to get to that. But yeah, and that to me that was just a way of keeping him strong and everybody else strong without putting him over anybody's singles. And the thing is, how long can they keep that up?
What they're doing now? At least a month, probably. Having him tag with this guy, this side, and until they fight each other.
Okay, well, let's look at the heels versus faces on. Well, basically, let's look at the faces on SmackDown. Okay, so you've got these 6 guys that are going to compete Money in the Bank. Okay, so he's already tagged with AJ. He's already tagged with Sami Zayn. Who else is he tagging with?
I guess it'd be a singles match next.
It had to be.
Yeah.
And it is next week. They announced he's fighting Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
So, how do you think that's going to go next week?
He's going to win.
You think he's going to win?
Because he is, I forgot about this, he has did his finishing move on Kevin Owens 2 weeks in a row.
He has.
And he'll do it 3 weeks in a row. And they're building that up because he's going to fight Kevin Owens for that belt.
So,
not a Backlash, but the pay-per-view after.
Okay, so right there, are you saying that neither one of them is winning Money in the Bank? Me either.
I already know who's winning it, but when we get there, I'll say.
Okay. Well, which I'm sure we'll talk about here at the end because we've got 3 weeks and we're going to Money in the Bank, and so that's something definitely we want to talk about. One thing I did like about this that they did, and which they kind of did some different stuff on Raw. We were talking about with Samoa Joe getting interrupted by Bray Wyatt. So it's like an interview getting interrupted by kind of a promo because Bray Wyatt don't do interviews. It's almost like a promo on you. Well, and then to backtrack, the week before, Brian Kendrick was in the back. I don't know if you realize this. He's watching the match with Tozawa in the ring while they're interviewing him from the announcer's desk talking to him. And I thought that was interesting. Well, they've done this, I think, twice on SmackDown. The match kept rolling as they were showing commercials off on the side.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
2 weeks in a row they've done that.
Yeah. So, which I didn't get to watch all of SmackDown last week, so I didn't see any of that. But I thought that was really neat. And I like that they're doing different stuff like this because, you can go on the WWE app and usually watch that stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that's cool that they're giving you some of that, during a commercial.
Yeah.
And I like that, especially if you're getting a high-profile match while that stuff's recorded live. So, the Usos come out, cut a good promo.
Man, they're winning me over.
Oh, man. Well, here's the bad thing. The New Day shows back up.
Yeah, everybody want to listen to 2 episodes ago. Evan and JV both said this was going to happen.
It's going to happen. So, my question is, do you think this is why the Fashion Police lost at Backlash?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't that make you mad?
It makes me mad that you build up the Fashion Police, but then you just have them do this whole dress up like different people during the match, which I thought was funny, but it made the match not as good. I said it was a good match because it was funny. It wasn't a good wrestling match. And then they have their rematch, which we'll get to that. I guess we're out there right now. Right now?
They don't have a rematch in on this.
Or was that the SmackDown before?
That had to be last week.
Yeah,
I didn't remember
the SmackDown before, which was last week. I want to talk about it a little bit because I like the Fashion Police.
And you're telling me something I hadn't watched, so.
Yeah, they come out. They have a singles match. They both have single matches against the Usos. And they pull their fake guns, which is their squirt guns that they have.
Yeah, they use this.
Well, they pull them out, and I thought it was funny when they first did it. And they wound up getting wins like that, real quick. And then they're like, we want a rematch. And they give a rematch right then. The match is actually good. And I thought they was going to win the belts actually on that SmackDown. As soon as they lost, I knew it was over. And then this week, we'll get to the New Day.
Okay, so the New Day comes out. They return. Everybody's up in arms. The New Day's back. Kofi's ankle looks good. So they automatically have not done anything on SmackDown since they got drafted. I think they had one match that first week, but then Kofi messed his ankle up. And then automatically they're going to fight for the titles. So this once again shows you how weak the tag team division is. This is what I'm getting at. Where the hell is American Alpha?
They had a little good run where I liked them, and then they fell off the place.
You're just whoop, gone.
I really thought okay, so you got that, and you got the Fashion Police. If you're going to do the Fashion Police, They're the fashion police. They dress up as cops and they come out. Nothing else. And then they give tickets and they do their fashion files. You can build with that.
Yeah.
But they're not going to do that. So they're swept under the rug. Alpha's swept under the rug. And you took a team I hated, and now I love in Usos.
And then they're probably going to let them get beat by the New Day.
And I'm telling you, St. Louis, I will be screaming bloody murder for the Usos to beat the New Day.
Shit, I guess we will see that at St. Louis, won't we?
Yes.
Wow, I didn't think about that.
Evan will be rooting for the first time in St. Louis. I'll be rooting for the Usos.
God, wow. I never thought I'd see
love them as bad guys. I like their promos, their wrestling. They're almost thuggish, man, and I think they're going to beat the New Day. We'll get there when we get a prediction.
So yeah, because we'll eventually a couple weeks. Yeah, you know, I never put that together. All the Raws we've been, you've just booed the living shit out of them.
I hate them when
and now you're going to cheer them.
Now that I love it that they're heels.
I do too. So let's move on to the Fashion Police. We get more fashion files. You know, the wee-doo.
That's good. Good shit.
It was good. So the big question is, who trashed The Office?
They never really answered it.
So that's why I'm asking you. Did you see that picture of the Big Boss Man?
Yeah, I thought
you never seen, but you seen it now, didn't you?
They did that. They fought the clones. You know it was the Usos. You know it was the New Day. You know it was American Alpha.
What if it was the New Day? To keep the Fashion Police out of the tag team picture. Make them find out who trashed their office, and they're not worried about the titles. They're worried about who trashed their office. I'm just saying.
Cool.
Because they just showed up, and then
cool
they
come out there and they make the New Day lose.
That would be neat.
Who I think it really is? Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. They're going to be a tag team. They did it.
Okay, well, I'll get to that here in just a second.
That's just a wild assumption.
So, I told you that I hated the whole dressing up thing and whatnot.
I liked it when they did it, but
this was pretty funny. Because you see the silhouette of the hot-ass woman.
That is funny.
I thought that was going to be Lana.
You know that was Lana, right?
Had to be.
They put Lana's shadow up there.
Gotta be. If there ain't a woman in SmackDown that's got a body that bad.
She's the hottest one, probably, all wrestling.
Well, here's what I was thinking. At first, I thought it was Lana. And then the first thing I went to is like, I bet that is a cardboard stand-up of Trish Stratus.
It might be.
Because, man, it's just that pose. That just said Trish Stratus to me. That's the first thing I thought.
That was funny.
It was. And then he's like, oh my God, Breeze, you look great in that dress. You know, I thought that was really funny. But other than that,
they have a mixed bag with them right now. They have really good stuff and really shitty stuff.
Okay, and then one thing I wanted to point out. Have you seen the guys wearing rompers? Have you seen this shit?
I don't think so.
Stay away from it. Do yourself a favor. Guys are wearing rompers or women clothes.
Oh,
it's starting to become a fashion trend. If the Fashion Police don't start passing out tickets for this shit, I'd be pissed. They need to.
They do.
Because this is horrible, and it fits. It's almost perfect timing for this gimmick. Because this romper thing is getting bashed online. Grown men wearing rompers.
Look, I'll tell you about them. I don't know if it was this SmackDown because I watched them both together, or last week's where Mahal shows up in the limos and the police. When the police started coming, I for 100% thought it was the Fashion Police.
That'd be great. That'd be great, man. See, you should rock SmackDown.
Yeah.
That'd be great. But yeah, okay. To sum the romper up for you, okay. Classic Ninja Turtles cartoons.
Yeah.
April O'Neil's jumpsuit, you know, it's a zipper up, but you have to slip onto it. Think of that, but it's cut off out at the knees like a pair of shorts.
Oh my God, no.
And it's cut off short sleeve. Men are wearing these. They're made for women.
Why?
Yeah. So if the Fashion Police don't see somebody in a romper on SmackDown next week and give them tickets, I'll be upset. But after this, they face the Carlones, man. They're getting whooped, and then he goes into custodian mode underneath the ring, and they win. And they use the guns. I hate it. I hate it.
They're not showing what they can. They can wrestle. They're not doing it. They're not showing it.
And the Fashion Police thing is cool, but man, the whole them dressing up as guys, man, I'm just not liking it because they're not going to get over it with that. They're not. It just makes them into a joke. Like the Fashion Police thing is fun.
Yeah.
But when you go to this level and it's to the point where they have to use disguises to win, it's too old school WWE.
So maybe they should have handcuffs and the nightsticks, and they should go heel with the fast.
They should go big boss man on everybody, beating everybody with a nightstick. Handcuff them to
what if they come out like during the match? Because there's always 3 of the New Day. And they find out they fucked their shit up. Well, they're in the match. They come out, and whoever else is out there, Fashion Police beat their ass and handcuff them where they can't help in the match.
That would be funny.
I don't know. We're going off. We're trying to give them credit, but I don't know if we're
okay.
going to
But this match with the Carlones, it's horrible.
Yeah.
We've already seen it. No one wants to see it. After this, we get a shit, man. I had a question I wanted to ask you, and I didn't even ask it, but I'll get to it when it's an appropriate time, I guess. Now. So we got a fatal 5-way, another fatal 5-way.
Yeah.
And we got one coming up Sunday between the women of SmackDown to see who's going to be the #1 contender for Naomi's women's title.
It looks like they're going to bust up the shitty, before you get that far, but go ahead.
No, continue.
It looks like you're going to bust up the shitty welcome committee.
Okay.
Thank God.
Okay, we've complained about the women's division of SmackDown. Boy, did it turn around with this.
Yeah.
This got chaotic really, really fast.
It's better to have them all fight each other.
I'm telling you. Did you ever think that you would see another woman on WWE TV powerbomb another one through the announcer table?
No.
Right?
Who would have win that match? I totally forgot.
Nobody. It was they just threw it out.
Because I was fast forwarding through the commercials, and I remember not seeing the end of that damn match. But
yeah, I mean, fucking Becky Lynch is like running around the guardrail tackling Carmella and whatnot. The thing is, though, I think, okay, I'm going to save this, but might as well get to it. Okay, right now, who wins this? Who you picking as of now, before they start showing any favoritism towards anybody, like this person gets a win over this person? Who you picking right now?
You know who I want to say.
Who?
Carmella.
That's who I think's winning. I even tweeted that out last night that I was like, I hope she wins this, and then all that shit happened. I think James Ellsworth gets her the belt.
Yep.
I really, really do. And I think that would be hilarious. Now, to James Ellsworth. Me and Jake Neal, but it worked. We were talking about this. Once Carmella gets what she needs from him, what are they going to do with him? Because she's going to kick him to the curb eventually. Because
I think she'll get the belt and lose the belt, and then she'll kick him to the curb.
Yeah, I think that'll happen. Or she'll keep him around until she loses it and it's his fault.
Yeah.
Because there's the thing. We were talking about this. Okay, he was at Cape Championship Wrestling already scheduled and whatnot. Shout out to the guys from CCW. And then, Boone was on WWE as a jobber to Braun. And then he's like got a contract. So, it's like, oh, we're going to do a thing. They did the whole thing with AJ and Dean, which kind of really helped build him up. I mean, come on. He's got 2 wins over AJ Styles. And then now they're doing this with him, which builds him up even more. You know what I think they should do with him after this? He goes 205 Live. As the goofy ass guy for 2. It gives him personality.
It does.
And think about it.
At the same time,
think about
it. You don't do any cruiserweight shit.
He doesn't have to.
Yeah.
And he is the right size.
Yeah.
But if he keeps what he's got going on now, okay, say, they're bringing Alicia Fox on there. They're bringing Banks over there. You put him on there, and then you get Carmella over there. What if Carmella's actually starting to help him win, and she helps him win the gold, and then they're both running around with gold?
That'd be cool, actually.
See? And then eventually she's just like, because makes him lose. Well, then eventually he makes her lose, and then you could build him up to be the hero.
Yeah.
So I think that's something they should do with him that would actually make him relevant for a while.
Yep.
Then after this, Randy Orton comes out to the ring. He does a big promo with the whole Jinder Mahal thing. It's nothing special, but it did not dawn upon me that his rematch is in St. Louis where he's from. Yep. Never thought about that we'll get to see that. Pretty excited about that now. So, and then Jinder's got one on the screen, which I'm sure wasn't shot live. I'm pretty sure they rehearsed that quite a bit before it was done. But this just shows me how much I do not like Randy Orton as a face.
Yeah.
I don't like watching him try to get the crowd into what he's saying, and
What's it?
how he's always waving his arms in the air. I don't like that.
I like him as the Viper / anti-hero.
Yeah, I love that. That's what I like about him. But there's nothing good that comes out of any of this promo. There's nothing good that comes from really Jinder. So when they have their rematch, do you think Jinder keeps the title?
I got a big surprise for that match. We've been talking about it for like weeks and weeks and weeks. During this match, it's in St. Louis. Randy Orton is from St. Louis, and they're totally building it. They're trying to build this like USA against Mahal. During this match, Rusev slides into the ring. I don't know if somehow the refs had to get knocked out for all this to transpire. And he super kicks Randy Orton, and the crowd, you hear the boos come down. And then he turns around and he super kicks Jinder Mahal. And then my winner of Money in the Bank, crap, I just brain fart. Sami Zayn. He's gonna win. He's gonna cash it in and win the belt.
Really?
He's gonna slide the ring. And to get Jinder not to get a rematch right now.
There you go, Ginger. You call him Ginger.
Ginger, I think he'll slide in the ring. Yeah, he wouldn't pin Randy. He would pin him.
Well, he'd have to if he's got the belt.
Well, if they're both out and it's in the match, he enters into the match and it becomes a three-way. That's what I'm saying. Like, he'll enter into the match, he'll run over and he'll pin one of them and win the
So he'll do like a Seth Rollins at Mania.
Yes.
He'll get in the match instead of wait.
It'll be a way for him to lose the belt without actually having to lose it to Randy Orton.
Okay, see, that's what I think is going to happen when they do this too.
And then you get Randy Orton out of the title picture.
Well, here's the thing, though. I think they want to keep Randy Orton's title reigns close to Cena's because they're like the big rivalry that we've watched forever now. If he wins, that'll give him 14. It puts him 2 behind Cena. But I'm with you. I think whoever wins Money in the Bank that night cashes it in.
And I think he would be the perfect candidate for it since you're going to do Nakamura versus Kevin Owens. And who else we got? AJ. Who else in that match?
You got Nakamura, Corbin, KO, Styles, Zayn, Ziggler.
Yeah. So you get rivalries out of all that stuff, and you have him come in. No matter what, Rusev is super kicking Mahal in that match. He's sliding in, and he's going to super kick you. I think it'd be cool if he did Randy Orton first, and they all booed, and then he did him. Because he's like, he don't give a shit.
See, I think Corbin's going to win Money in the Bank.
And that would be wild.
Because I'm big on Corbin, and this is why I think. Okay, so you get Corbin, you get a heel. It doesn't matter who he cashes in on that night. It doesn't matter because he's a heel.
Yeah,
he'll do it on either one of them. I think you get a win-win out of this for Orton and Jinder Mahal. Because if you want to keep Jinder Mahal strong, you have him beat Orton, but then you have Corbin coming there and like beating him with the case, catches and pins him. So then he gets screwed out of the title. Well, if Randy Orton wins, well, he gets another title under his belt. He loses, well, then you build up another rivalry.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a win-win there. Because this is my question, okay, like my thing, like how long do you keep the belt on Jinder Mahal? Because I don't know if you've read this, but the thing is, like, they're saying the only reason they let Jinder win the title is because India is now getting the WWE Network. Well, I got thinking about that. With that, do you think Jinder winning the title was more for a flag, or like a win for the WWE? Because TNA just went to India. So it's almost like, well, let's claim something for India for ourselves before TNA gets there.
Yeah.
Because I think they're shooting there right now. I know it's this week. So I was wondering, well, maybe that was just a way for them to get the win over TNA to say, well, we crowned champion in India as the world champion before you guys even got to India. So it draws attention from India to them before it draws TNA having the first match in India.
Yeah.
So I wanted to bring that up sooner, but this was just a more perfect time for it. So that's just how I feel about that. I think Corbin wins, he cashes in on whoever. It doesn't make either one of them look weak, and you can keep Jinder Mahal in the title picture. Now that's my thing. How long do you keep Jinder in this big monster hero role if he loses the title? Is it something that dies off real quick, or is it something they're going to keep push? Because
I actually like him as a heel.
I do too. Because you need a guy like him as a heel.
I actually want him to fight. Here's what I want. I don't know how to do it. Maybe you can help me out. I want him to fight Rusev when he comes back.
I do too. Because that's what I said. That's what I wanted.
And Rusev, they're supposed to be handsome Rusev. You hear all these going along. You got Lana doing this. I think Rusev's going to come back and he's going to be a face.
That he needs to.
And I think it's going to be the whole USA. It's going to be Rusev doing it because he's like. I watched.
Coming up with a cowboy hat.
I fucking watch Divas, all right?
I know, you've already
he wears cowboy hats. He's from Nashville.
Yeah,
he's all into that.
Yeah.
He could come out like that, and people would be like, "What the hell?" And he'd be like, "I think this is the perfect country."
He comes out on the ramp. He's two-stepping, holding his hat down. I can see that.
It sounds wild. Watch it freaking happen. And maybe he comes out and he fucking super kicks after he wins, and then Baron Corbin cashes in.
So
and then I don't know, but I kind of want him to rival. So I don't want. Then he wouldn't want the cash in to happen.
Well, you could still do that, and they could still be fighting, and eventually one of them get another title shot. But going backwards, back to Backlash during the match, remember what I had pointed out when he fought Styles the week before, and then Corbin fought Randy Orton that night. That Jinder didn't have a lot of power moves against Styles, and then Randy Orton didn't let Baron Corbin do a lot of stuff like that on him. And it was almost the same thing in that match, too. Jinder Mahal didn't have a lot of power moves. He didn't have a lot of slams. It was a lot of choking him out and, working on that arm and that neck.
Yeah, most of the match I saw where he fought Rollins, he had a lot of different submissions.
So, yeah, but I mean, man, that's 5 years ago. So, I mean, maybe they're just going to save some of that and let that come out later and let him develop the character more, because to me, if you're going to keep him around... I think
back then his actually finisher was the camel clutch.
I know. As racist as it is, I mean, it fits... them guys always have the camel clutch. Well, I mean, look at Rusev.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's always the go-to move for guys that look that nationality, as much as I hate to say it. I mean, it's very cliche.
Oh, we want handsome Rusev, man.
I do want handsome Rusev.
Comes out in a cowboy hat.
But that's my thing, though. How long do you let Jinder get away with, cheating to win with the Singh brothers, who haven't had a match yet since they've been with him?
I don't think they will.
I don't think they will. Good God, because they're so little. Okay, going back to Backlash. Well, Orton goes to do the back body drop on one of them, and he calls it, and he's trying not to laugh about it. Dude, all of a sudden it's a complete flip when he lets him go. And he's like gritting him like this.
That's what on their head.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about on the announcer's table. Because he turns and he goes,
he really got hurt.
Up. Yeah, I know. He fucked him up. And then he gets the DDT and right after that.
Shit, I bet they weigh 100 pounds.
Yeah, I told you, I bet they don't weigh. Let's see, I bet they both don't weigh 1 Kalisto each.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to the main event. Styles versus Ziggler. Now, you've seen this before. And these guys pull out stuff that you didn't see before in their earlier matches. This is a really good match. And as good as a match as it is, I don't think it was better than Raw's main event with Reigns and Rollins. And that says something. That says something about that Raw match.
Yeah.
That Raw match was really, really good. But then again, that's Seth Rollins and Reigns, who's tagged with each other forever, so they know each other really good. But, man, there was a top rope DDT, and it looked pretty bad in this match. I don't know if you caught on to that. Where Ziggler literally jumps up, and it's timed wrong. It looks really bad. Where he gets off the top rope. Styles, I think, is going to be in a Styles Clash. He kind of wiggles out, gets up there, does a hole, he jumps up, DDTs you. Really bad. The botch, my bad, was the Famouser into the Styles Clash. Yeah, that's the big botch. Yeah, that fucked up really bad. Which, then again, that's a lot of momentum for AJ Styles to try to catch, but it's almost like Ziggler overstepped what he needed to do so he could catch him in that. But, the whole the match had a really odd ending though. I don't know how you feel about that, where he goes to do the elbow and he literally grabs his foot, and then when he gets up, he super kicks him, finishes the match.
Oh yeah, I remember the ending now. I don't know if you noticed this. AJ puts his foot on the rope. Ziggler grabs that foot and rolls it up. I think he wasn't supposed to do that. I don't think he was supposed to win right then. I think he's supposed to grab the other foot, and his foot was supposed to be on the rope, but by him grabbing that, and then he switches back, and then AJ's leg don't get on the rope.
Yeah, but even if you wanted to fix that, AJ could grab the rope. He was close.
I think for some reason his foot was supposed to be on the rope, and he was supposed to win, but it's supposed to be like his foot was on the rope type victory. That sets up more, but I really think he wasn't supposed to grab that leg. I think it was supposed to be on there, but he was still going to get the 3 count because the ref didn't see it. But now it looked like he won clean with a super kick.
Well, I like the clean ending because Ziggler just got beat by Nakamura, and then you give him a clean win over AJ Styles. Still makes him look good.
Yeah.
And unlike before that, before Backlash, Jinder beat AJ Styles.
Yeah.
So, AJ Styles is doing favors now.
Yeah.
And that's the good thing about SmackDown is all these top guys right now are all beating each other, and it keeps them all looking good.
Raw's the same thing.
I know. Well, it's like they finally decide. At first Raw was really confused with guys, which they're kind of getting it together now. But you can really see where Raw is really starting to mesh up together with all their top guys.
I think Braun getting hurt actually helped him.
Yeah, it might have.
That's why I'm wondering. I don't know. I think he's going to come back, but I'm wondering, should he come back? I don't know.
No, I think it'll be a while before he gets back. A big guy like that with a shoulder injury usually going to take a long time. But right now we've already kind of ahead took some picks for Money in the Bank, which we both believe Carmella's going to win the women's Money in the Bank. You think Sami Zayn's going to win it, which I think Baron Corbin is. Pretty excited about that. So we've got, I guess we have 18 days now.
Yeah.
Since this is the 31st, so I'm pretty excited about that. But and the plan is, man, to do a show right after SmackDown. Yeah. Well, it's not SmackDown, I should say. Right after Money in the Bank on the way home. Yeah. So it's fresh right to you guys on the way back. But that's it for this episode of Angles and Promos. We're the Villains of Man. I'm JVD, Justin Von Doom.
I'm Evan the Great.
You can subscribe to us at Twitter under Villains Man, under Angles and Promos, ran by Evan the Great. Like us on Facebook, subscribe to YouTube, where hopefully you're watching this. Keep it between the ropes, guys.
Fashion fails.